Welcome back. This is a Manchester United versus Bournemouth match preview. It's been long since we won a Premier League match. After the international break, we haven't won any Premier League match. These players need to bounce back. We need to bounce back in winning ways. Last four Premier League games, you can see we haven't won any. We have drawn. I think we have drawn one and lost three. Yeah, against Nottingham Forest it was a defeat. Against Manchester City it was a draw. Against Newcastle United it's a defeat. Against Wolves it was a defeat. You can see you've gone two games in a row defeated. You can see you've gone two games in a row defeated, and you can now see you're going to face Bournemouth. You can now go to face Bournemouth, and Bournemouth will be aiming to do a dub over us in the Premier League this season. You can see five teams so far in the Premier League have done a dub over us in the Premier League, which doesn't look good. If Bournemouth win against us tomorrow at Vitality Stadium, they will be the sixth team to do a dub over us in the Premier League. And that's something that we don't want to to find ourselves in. And you can see if Bournemouth defeat us tomorrow, we will have gone three games defeated, and that will be the second time that's happened in the season. I think the first leg we went three games defeated in a row. I think that's what after Bournemouth defeated us, Newcastle defeated us, and Wolves defeated us. The same teams that did that in the first leg, as you can see, the same teams going to do it in the second leg. Already Newcastle defeated us. Wolves defeated us. You can see that's two games in a row, and now Bournemouth, if they defeat us, it will be three defeats in a row, and the second time teams have done that to us in the Premier League, and that's not something that we want. So these players need to go and bring those 3 points away at the Vitality Stadium. Even though in the last four games, those two away games we haven't won, and you can see Amorim did say that for us to win games, we need to score goals, and if you score goals, you'll win game. You see those last two away games that we played away in the Premier League. That's against Newcastle United and against Nottingham Forest. In those two games, we haven't scored. We didn't score much. Against Nottingham Forest, we didn't score. Nottingham Forest defeated us 1-0. Against Newcastle United, we only scored one goal. It doesn't look so. We can see the last four games, things haven't been looking good for us. We need to bounce back and win. We know we have 5 games left in the Premier League, and these players, even though they know this, they look at it as I think that they don't have anything to fight for the Premier League, but they need to end the Premier League in a high spirit, in a high note. 5 games, and it was difficult 5 games, starting with the Bournemouth, Chelsea, Aston Villa, West Ham, Brentford, but they needed just to at least win those games. You can see the gap between us and the Bournemouth, they're above us with 11 points. You can see they're 8th position with 49 points. We are in the 14th position with 38 points. You can now see we're now level with Wolves with points. The only thing that's differentiating us is the goal difference. You can see Tottenham are behind us with 7 points. You can see West Ham are also there. I think they have, is it 30, 38 or even 35 or 30? I think they have 35. 30, 30, 35, 38. Not sure. You can see if those teams win today, if West Ham wins, if Tottenham wins, if Wolves wins, we'll go back to the 17th position. That's not where we want to be. Even though we are safe from the relegation, we are safe from the relegation. We want to be relegated, but we don't want to see ourselves finishing in such position: 16th, 17th position, 15th, even 14th. If these players just turn things around in the last next 5 games and just get some decent points, some 3 points, I think we'll be somewhere halfway, probably there. And you can see this season getting 40 points seems hard. Seems hard. We are still stuck in 38 points after playing 33 games so far in the season. And also you can see in terms of also scoring goals. In the Premier League, we're the 15th team of scoring less goals. You can see after 33 games, we've only scored 38 goals. That shows we're not scoring much goals for us to win games, and that's not what we want to see. Bournemouth, you can see the last two home games. I think they've lost one and drawn one. You can see the last game they played was against Palace, and they drew that game. As our last game was against Wolves at Old Trafford, and we were defeated. I think that's a game that we are supposed to win, apart from only Wolves getting the opportunity that they have, that free kick, and they scored from that opportunity. But the game that we were supposed to win, but we let our guards down, and it's just we left 3 points just slip us away. So against Bournemouth, they need to win it. Even though Bournemouth's a good team, looking at the first leg, they defeated us 3-0, and we just need to come and revenge back at the Vitaly Stadium. They have a good squad. You can see the squad that we're going to face Bournemouth with. I know Amorim won't rest players knowing that we'll be playing in the Europa League on Thursday. He won't do that rotation. You can see against Wolves, the rotation was done. Maguire rested, Euro rested, though he came in the second half. Maguire rested, but he didn't come in the second half. You can see Bruno Fernandes rested, and he came in the second half. Casemiro rested, he didn't play in that game. So you can see we're having much fresh players. Luke Shaw also was rested. And so going to this going to this game against Bournemouth, we'll be going in with a strong squad. I know the lot is not available. It's being said that he has suffered a calf injury and probably won't be available the rest of the season. But you can see the players that we have are just good to go. You can see the last game against Old Trafford, we played with Amos as a right wing back, we played Amos as a left wing back, we played Dogo as a right wing back. So look at the score that we'll be facing Bournemouth. Onana on goal. I think Onana wasn't interested, so Onana is good in goal, even though he has some always makes some mistakes. But against Wolves, he was good. I'll say he was kind of good. So Onana starting in goal. The back three, Mazrui, think Mazrui will start. We'll have Maguire will be available, and Lenioro will be available. So you can see that back three. Most of those players rested the previous game against Wolves, so we'll have Maguire back, and we're also having Lenioro start this game. The young Taylor Federico probably will be on the bench against Wolves. He came in, started so well, played well in that left centre back position. It was just fantastic. I think our wing backs, Amas. So far since his debut, the debut against Leicester City has been good. You can see against Newcastle United where he started, he has just been fantastic. Against Wolves, he has done fantastic. Also in the Europa League when he came in against Olympic Lyon as a substitute, he was fantastic. So you can see Amas playing at that left wing back has just been magnificent for us. And I'll say in terms of his physicality is good, his pace is good, the way he defends is good, the way he makes those passes, the way he take on the crosses, I'll say he's just good. So I'll be comfortable seeing him playing in that left wing position because he's just good, being that he's just only 18 years old. As our right wing back, Dorgo, even though I'll have wanted to see him was restarting in that position, but I think Amon will want to have a back three that is solid, strong. You can see the back three of Roy and Maguire and Jora's just been solid so far when they play together. So I think he'll want to play Dorgo as a right wing back. I say the first game when Dorgo came in, when he was signed, and the first game that he played for us, he played as a right wing back, and I'll say he played kind of also against Wolves. He did play in that position, but I'll say it's quite well. It's good. So as our midfielders, Casemiro was rested, so I expect to see Casemiro back into this game against Bournemouth, and I think Manuel Ugarte also expecting to see him back this game against Bournemouth. And the front three, the two tens, Bruno Fernandes will start this game. I think against Wolves, he didn't start. I think that's the first game that he didn't start when he's available for us. So Bruno Fernandes coming back to the squad will be something good. Consider the thing that Bruno Fernandes bring to the team. I think the Premier League is our top scorer. Manchester United top scorer in the Premier League. He has 8 goals. So having a service and also it's just something good. Garnacho playing at the right wing back. So, sorry, I was as my right turn. Garnacho is a player that always gets some opportunities, but in terms of decision making, the final third, that's where he doesn't always find it right at times. But in terms of, we need also to create to have some good finishing in the final third for us to win it. So my number 9, I'll just stick with Rasmus Højlund. I know every Manchester fan would want for Chile to start, but this game against Bournemouth, a lot of pressure. So I'll just stick with Højlund, even though I know he hasn't been scoring goals for us more often. He hasn't been scoring goals for us after scoring the game against Leicester City before we broke for the international break. After that, he hasn't scored, given chances, wasting lots of chances. But what don't that's who we have as one man. You can see at the moment Joshua Zach is out injured. So Højlund, but he needs just to be sharp. Those chances that he's been given, he needs just to utilize those chances. He needs to find himself in some good situation. He needs to create some space because Rasmus Højlund to me is a player that this season has just not been impressive. So far, he has only scored 3 goals. And this is a striker that we expect to score more goals for us. You can see chances that he's being traded for, he doesn't utilize most of it. You can see he doesn't find himself always in that dangerous zones where I expect to see a number 9. So let's try and see how things will go with him in this game against Bournemouth. So with that starting level, and see that's a strong starting level that I will see will face Bournemouth and probably will win it. And you can see with the lot not being available, it's a big blow. And let's expect him to recover quite well and come back soon. We have 5 games, so I'll want to see him back soon. And Ahmad, with some good news, you can see Ahmad Diallo, it's also being said he's back and he'll be expected to start training against, start training with the Manchester squad next week. So hearing that Ahmad Diallo is back is such a great news. Matthias Elite is near, I know he won't be rushed. Even Ahmad Diallo, he will be in training with the Manchester squad starting next week, but the game against Bilbao in the Europa League, probably he'll be on the bench. And also, I think the next game will be against Brentford. Probably also he will be on the bench and also probably coming as a substitute. So I think we expect to see Ahmad playing. I think the game that we expect to see Ahmad starting playing, I think will be against Atletico Bilbao in the second leg at Old Trafford. You can see Ahmad when he plays are back from the injury, he doesn't rush them. I think he will just. I think after 2 games is when he'll play them because they don't rush them. You can see Luke Shaw when Luke Shaw came back, when Mount came back. I think the same thing was done after 3 games when they started playing. You can see I also you can see that's what's being happened. He has been doing doesn't rush these players into games because just being cautious about their injury. Luke Shaw also, I think this game will be on the bench. Probably will be on the bench because there's a player that Amorim doesn't want to rush him with much game time. I think after that, playing 75 minutes against Lyon, the quarterfinal at Old Trafford, I think the next game against Wolves, you can see when Amorim kind of rested him. I think he wasn't even on the bench. So the game against Bournemouth, I expect to see Luke Shaw back and probably on the bench. At Aiden Heaven, Amorim did say that he isn't ready. I don't understand what's happening with Aiden Heaven. I think against Olympic Lyon, he was on the bench. Against Wolves, wasn't available on the bench. I don't understand what's happening with Aiden Heaven. But you can see the scope that we have. It's a good squad. It's a squad that if these players just play so well and utilize most of their chances, create most chances, we are going to win this game and get those 3 points. It's been a while since we won, and we just need to get those 3 points. Going 3 defeats in a row, I think will be something good. It won't be anything good. Also, these players just need to just give the all. And in this game, I'll expect to see some kids on the bench. I think player that I will want to see on the bench that will be available for us will be on the bench. I think the right back, Camason, and you can see Bendito also will be available. Against Bournemouth, probably Camason might come in as a substitute, probably because I expect to see him making his debut. Also, Bendito, I expect to see them making their debut. I think would be something good. So I think the score that we have, the score that I'm seeing is good. And if they'll just play well, we'll get those 3 points away at the Vitality Stadium. I think last season we drew at Vitality Stadium. I'm optimistic, even though the performance the last 4 games wasn't good, but I think I feel I'm much optimistic that we might get something this game against Bournemouth. Even though they're a good team, much better than us, but I'm optimistic we'll get something to this game. That's all I had for you. Thank you for watching. Talk to you in the next one.